got today, Mama. I always wanted to say that.
We have a tenant that's refusing to pay her rent because she says she's been threatened by another tenant. The landlord's getting nervous because she's starting to use words like harassment and things like that.
If she's being threatened by another tenant, that's a domestic problem. Police handle domestic problems. It's not a landlord-tenant issue.
Well, he wants us there and the tenant so we can figure this thing out.
He wants us to mediate?
Yes.
This ought to be fun. In these situations, we want to keep everyone calm and rational so that we can get the owner paid.
Brian?
Yeah, door's open.
And advise the tenant of her options if she in fact is being threatened.
When I get to a point that I have to call you, you know it's pretty bad, right? She's not paying her rent.
But why?
I don't believe she had the money.
Brian, did you get me the copy of the lease that I'd asked for?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Have you given her a 3-day notice?
No, I haven't done that either.
Come on, bro.
I know.
You can't begin the eviction process. Oh, hey, how you doing? Is this her?
What are y'all talking about?
Hey, my name's Todd.
Hi.
This is my wife, Randy. This is Rick.
How are you?
We're the people that come down to try to mediate the problem between you and Mr. Brian here to make sure that everything gets straightened out.
Brian?
Yeah, overreach.
So we were just talking to Brian, and he's concerned because you've been making some threats towards him. Maybe you can tell us your side of the story.
I'm not paying my rent until Brian does something about the crazy tenant.
A lot of times, tenants get confused about what the landlord's responsible for and what he's not. This could be a tactic on her part not to pay rent.
Rachel, tell us about this tenant.
There's a tenant 3 doors down. He moved in here like a year ago, and from day one, he's giving me the creeps. And when he looked at me, he looks like he wants to eat me. All
To
right?
eat you.
Yes, like to eat me. All
So
right?
that's why you're not paying rent.
Well, that's one
This
of the
tenant-
reasons.
Wants to eat you, and he's a guy that loses rent over it, right?
What else?
He threatened me.
How'd he threaten you?
I came home, and there, on my doorstep, sunning itself, is a lizard. It's like wagging its tail, hissing.
What did he do to threaten you?
He said you should see what he can do when the teeth go in your leg. Now that is a threat. Would you pay your rent?
So basically you're saying this guy sicked his lizard on you.
Yeah, he sicked his lizard on me.
How big is this lizard?
As long as my doorstep. Would you feel safe? Would you feel safe? Tell me that.
Wait a minute.
A little
How is
lizard.
that tied to the tenant making a threat to you?
And
Stay focused.
And how's that connected to you not paying
Hey,
rent?
guys. Unfortunately, you still owe your rent. I'm looking at this lease right here, and in here there's a no pet clause. So if this lizard does belong to this guy, then he's in violation of his lease.
But that's got nothing to do with you and you not paying your rent. You understand? When can he expect to get paid?
He can expect to get paid as soon as that crazy tenant is out.
Write her a 3-day notice to pay or quit.
Are you kidding me right now?
This is the beginning of the eviction process. You have to pay your rent because you don't have reason to withhold it, okay? That's the bottom line.
You guys are really a piece of work.
What a delightful woman.
Good luck renting this place, bro.
All right.
All right.
This tenant might not be thrilled with us, but now we're going to shift our attention to the allegedly hostile tenant.
There's nobody there.
We're posting a 24-hour inspection notice that will allow us to come back tomorrow and confirm whether he's harboring an unauthorized pet.
Cool.
You ever had a lizard sick on you before? That's the first time I've ever heard that story.
This is a great way to start the day, isn't it, old buddy? What do you know? Notice is gone. That's a good sign. Hey, brother, how you doing?
What's up?
My name's Todd. I'm the property manager. How are you, sir? What was your name?
Todd, I'm Sam.
Sam, this is Rick. Listen, you got animals here?
I don't think that's any of your business, guys.
Listen, you understand there's a no pet policy here. Do you remember signing it? You mind if we look around?
You guys cops or something?
No, we're not cops, but we're with a property management group. Let's look around, okay?
You have a right to come
legally,
in
I
here.
do have a right. I have a 24-hour notice, and I can come in.
All right, so you're in. All right, you happy? You see what you gotta say?
You gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess this just throws a no pet policy all to crap, huh? As crazy as it is, not only does he have a lizard in here, but he's got an entire food chain of unauthorized pets. Oh my gosh.
Get the out of my apartment.
I don't.
calm down,
I don't
okay?
like you in my face.
I don't care what you like or not like. Yo, hey, ass off my birds, man. What the
It's gonna be like that, huh?
Yes. Off me, come on.
Whenever we enter a unit, we want to deal with a tenant as calmly as possible. But now that he's getting physical with us, we're perfectly within our legal rights to detain him until we can get the police out here.
Don't get the restraint.
In the meantime, I'm going to look around the rest of the apartment and find out what other violations he may have. There's feces all over the floor? Chickens.
What, you don't eat eggs?
Settle down.
Yo, dude, stay out of my bathroom. Don't go in there.
Stop squirming around.
You store your meat in the bathroom?
Stay out of there.
I don't understand. This is ridiculous. Holy shit! There's a freaking alligator in here.
Are you messing with me?
Yeah, I'm messing with you. There's a freaking alligator in the bathtub. I mean, what are you thinking? You know you could go to jail for these things? These animals aren't permitted. They're not even legal animals. Normally, if a tenant violates a no-pet policy, we simply go in and have them remove the animal.
My house, my pet, get the out.
Settle down.
But in this case, the tenant has flagrantly violated his lease and broken the law. Now that this tenant is out of the complex, the owner won't be getting any more complaints about threats from the neighbors. How much does this guy weigh, would you say?
I'll probably get 60 pounds, 70 pounds.
My little guy. Shut that thing. The tenant was charged with housing unlicensed exotic pets. He was sentenced to 6 months probation and fined $10,000. He was evicted and the unit re-rented. I think I need to go get some freaking toilet paper and change pants, bro. That scared me to death. That scared me to death.